heart isn't filled with the gladness of the love for one another. He's my brother. No, 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 no. He's my brother. Yes, he is. He ain't no, 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 no. He's my brother. Yes, he is.
For Joe's parents, whether it's Vegas, Blackpool or a pub in the Hazel Road in Hull that Joe's playing, there's just one thing that matters.
When I see him laughing and clapping and talking about him, oh, what a talented young man, you know, and all this, that gives me the world, like as if I've won the, what shall I say, the lottery.
Now, our first guest's last tour is one his fans may have thought they wouldn't see coming after following several courageous battles with cancer and leukemia. Now, a survivor he is, and embarking on a new UK tour next month. An all-rounder, he's made a name for himself impersonating some of music's most distinctive voices, with Shirley Bassey claiming that he can do me better than I can do myself.
Thank you. I love you all. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real brick spender, good looking, so refined. Wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get to the point. I don't put my cock for every man I see. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. A little time with me.
Please welcome Mr. Joe Longthorne. Lovely to meet you. How are you?
You're completely crazy, you lot.
Yeah, there you are.
Well, no, I am.
Yeah, but once you get over that, we're fine.
Well, yeah. I'm an added fan. I watch it every single day in bed. Oh, in bed, yeah.
In bed?
Well, you know what it's like, Jamie, you're touring and everything. And what we can do really is spend all the time in bed, really, can't we? Or...
Well, if you're lucky. Got to get up.
Tell me, David. All right.
Yes.
That's wonderful. That brings it all back, that, you doing Shirley Bassey.
Oh, yeah.
Is that going to be in the show?
Well, yes, I'm doing the Shirley Bassey. I'm doing I mean, all sorts of different people, really, but people like the Shirley Basseys. And I love doing Dang, you know. I'm a bit bunged up, but I love doing Shirley Bassey. No, I do. I enjoy doing the impersonations.
Are you doing Amy Winehouse as well?
Well, I'm rehearsing it. What I'm doing is I'm coming on, taking them out, standing there for 10 minutes and walking off and coming back on an hour later. No, of course, we always say Amy Winehouse the very best and the very best and everything else. And we've got these wonderful people.
I know. They're all here to see you. How are you, Joe? How are you feeling?
I'm very well. I'm fine, thank you. I went through quite a period. For 19 years, briefly, I had a condition called lymphoma, and then it turned into... actually, it is a form of leukemia, I believe, but then it turned into a situation where I had to have a bone marrow transplant. And fortunately, we had 7 matches, and one came up from Wales, but of course, we can't go into it. I don't know if she was wishing, but it was a young lady, thank God, that...
Maybe it was Shirley Bassey.
Well, it could have been.
You never know. Maybe that's why you're so good at impersonating her.
Marnie, I must admit, I've gone a bit camper since...
Oh, have you?
I have, love, and I've gone off...
Your hair's gone curly as well, hasn't it?
Well,
it doesn't look curly now, but didn't it go curly?
I look... God forgive me, I looked like, you wouldn't believe it, when I first came, I looked like somebody... People was walking past the room and going, that's not him. You know, my hair came back curly, I looked like Tom Jones. You know, or perhaps more like David Guest, but it was...
How long did that go on for, then, all that? I mean, were you still working, or were you so ill that you couldn't work?
Well, I was in Manchester under the guise of Professor Guy Lucas and his team and the cleaners and everyone at Manchester All Infirmary. And I was in there quite a lot of time. I got a double pneumonia situation when I was in there on one of his machines. And I had this tracheostomy, or whatever they're called.
Tracheotomy.
And they said to me, they all stood on the bed and said, now, look, Mr. Longthorne, as if they don't know me, Joe, by then. I said, oh, and they said, because you can't say much apart from go, and they said, when we pull this is a very important thing, one shouldn't be a bit, but you see, you've got to have humour and things. Anyway, they said, when we pull the pipe out, do not attempt to speak. So they all standing around it, they went, I said, mine's half a lager. So I was back in business. The speaking thing did bother me.
It's unbelievable, you're singing and everything. I mean, don't they say normally your voice never returns to what it was after
Well, they do, darling.
But yeah, but you're, you know, back up there with this great big tour.
Well, a wonderful faith, I have a great faith. I'm not a Bible pusher by any means, but I have my faith in the Lord. And of course, the wonderful people that do these great jobs, and the Anthony Nolan Trust, which is the most important thing, and we need more and more donors every 5 minutes, really, because there's leaps and bounds. But yes, there's a period where, I mean, the operation, as it were, took place in 19... You look fabulous, Jane. And I can't get my eyes off her.
Yes, because spread it round, you know.
So I was there in the bed for a long, long time, like we all do. Like people in hospitals, they want to be out. Of course you do, and it's not a nice place to be, you know. But so I was quite a while in the hospital, and it was a year before I started ticking over again.
But now, obviously, you're going on tour. You're starting off in Blackpool, the 21st of March.
Yes,
is that right? Do you find being on stage really helps you? Because you must get so much love and support by the people who've come to see you.
I do indeed. I do. It sort of lifts one. I mean, we walk on the stage. It's not like you ladies are doing. You get a lot of applause. It lifts you before you start your programme. And it's the same sort of thing when I go to... You've mentioned fancy dress. One thing would bother me if the audience came dressed as tables and chairs.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
I'd do my head in, love. But the thing is, you know, I thought the Elton John thing was... I mean, Danny LaRue should leave it to Danny. I thought it was Dolly Parton or something I looked in the paper.
What, the Elton John?
Well, I did fancy dress. Well, not fancy dresses, it was. In fact, when I was doing a programme called Les Dennis. Do you remember Les Dennis?
Yeah.
His laughter show, we got about six laughs a week. And we used to race each other. You'll be doing this and I'll be doing that, like duo impersonations. And it was first to the changing rooms can be where they want to be. Well, me being a bit slightly on the camp where I thought, well, it's Tina Turner and David Bowie, so I'll hang back a bit and let him get there and put the David Bowie gear on. And I strolled there. I ended up with all the tights on. Listen to this. Just Tina Turner. And I did, what was that? You know that one? David Bowie, so I was dressed as Tina Turner. But to keep things right, and because the programme was running late and they wanted to leave, I thought what I'll do is I'll go on dressed in the costume. So I look marvellous, darling. I got stopped by the cops on the way. This is a true story. And I put one of the window on there and with this ridiculous wig on, looking like Tina Turner. And, well, I didn't look at all like it, really, but you know what cameras can do for you. And anyway, I got to the house and I opened the door. My mother nutted me straight in the face. And she's a wonderful Catholic woman, and I want to say hello to Wari, my mum. She's great. And,
nice one. Well, we're glad. So it's a really long tour, isn't it, you're on now? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It's a Longthorne tour. In fact, my surname should be Tour, really, because I'm touring. We're going from fabulous Blackpool, we're going down to Worthing, we're doing the Palladium this year again. As you know, it's one of the greatest theatres to be in the world. You can sing in the dressing room and you go like that for a start. When you look at that mirror, Jane, and you think, wow, I've tried to nick that mirror a few times. When you think of all the people that's gone... So we're doing the Palladium, of course, then I'm moving to around the country, and I'm finishing off in Australia in the casinos. I'm doing Perth, and as we do, and etc.
Well, we're so glad that you managed to squeeze us in amongst all that. It's Joe Longthorne, everyone.
Well, thank you very much.
OK, time for a break. There's still to come. Is it time to bring sexy back? Back soon.